In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, one God, Amen. Today we'll present you the lecture number 14 of the Coptic language class in English, presented to you by St. Mark Coptic Orthodox Church in Cleveland, Ohio, the United States of America. Today we'll study the letter May, and it's a long letter with a lot of applied grammar and applied theology. For that reason, it may take more than 1, 2, or 3 lectures. And before we start our lecture today, as we usually do every time, we'll revise for you all the 32 letters of the Coptic alphabet so we can remember them by heart. Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta, A, Su, Zeta, Eta, Theta, Iota, Kappa, Lola, May, Nei, Xi, O, P, Rho, Sigma, Tau, Epsilon, Phi, K, Psi, O. This is the end of the old Greek letters, 24, plus number 6, so O, which is coming from the hieroglyphic language. Then we add 7 more letters at the end: Shai, Phi, Chai, Huri, Jinja, Chima, T. The letter May is used as is in science, and they draw it this way, like 2 circles and a base connecting them, like this. And in modern science, they call it mu. And it's important for science and especially medicine because mu1 and mu2 receptors are narcotic receptors in our body that respond to morphine. mu1 give the person the pain relief, and mu2 give the person pleasure, but also depress the respiration. We have also kappa and the delta receptors, and the kappa and the delta work on the spinal cord itself, and they give some relief through the spinal cord, but they have some depressing effect. There are more receptors which will be studied if you are interested in book of medicine. Now, the first slide here is a busy one, where I present to you what we call noun prefix. The prefix in English is not the same in Arabic. The prefix means that we add few letters before a certain word, and that will change that word to another word. And we have 4 here. 2 of them start with May, and 2 more just for completion of education. The first one, ref, ro, e, fai, it changes the verb into an adverb. And it's a prefix, so it comes in the beginning of the word. Examples, the verb ti oms. Ti means give, Oms, O long one, may, sema, oms means diving. So T oms means give a dive in water. Ref T oms is the baptizer or the Baptist. Tancho, give life. Rev Tancho, life giver. T is vo, T means give. Sema Jenkem Vita O long one. T is vo, give wisdom or educate. So Ref T is vo means a teacher. The second prefix, Jen, Janja Yota Nei, it changes the verb into a noun. Here, Hemsi, Huri E Mei Sima Yota means to sit. Jen Hemsi means sitting. Misi Mei Yota Sima Yota is to give birth. Jen Misi means birth. T is to give. Jen T, a giver or giving, a noun, sorry, the noun giving. Then we have two more prefixes, met, may, a, taf. It changes the adjective into a noun. Oro, o, epsilon, rho, o means king. Met oro will be kingdom. Oweep, o, epsilon, eta, vita, and here it's pronounced B because it is at the end of the word in both Coptic and Greek origin words. So it stays as B. Met or weep means priesthood, since weep by itself means a priest. So when I add met, it becomes priesthood. Rumi, ro, o, long o, may, yota, Rumi means a human being, a person. Met Rumi means humanity. Ma is another prefix, the last one in the list. May alpha, it changes the verb into a place. But we add in between the possessive articles, nay, jenkem, may, jenkem, and ente. I told you those before, but I'm revising to remember. Nay with the jenkem means of, comes before all words of the Coptic language, except six letters called the labial letters, and those are, as I told you before, Vita, May, P, Psi, Fei, Fai. Again, Vita, May, P, Psi, Fei, Fai. So in the word, first word here, the verb is moshi, May, O, Shai, Yota. Moshi means to walk. And we use it as it is in Arabic, and we say yemshi in Arabic. Moshi means to walk. Ma means a place of. May, jenkem is of. So place of walking, path. Why we change it here to May jenkem? Because Moshi starts with May. And May is one of the six labial letters I mentioned to you in a few minutes ago. Shobi, Shai, O, long O, P, Yota, Shobi means yakun or means to be or to stay. So Ma in Shopi, place of stay. That's a house. And we have another word we learned before in the letter Eta, which means house. That's the word which spells Eta Yota. And remember, this word is mentioned in the beginning of the quarters of the symbols in the Vespers and Matin prayers. Third word, Shai. Shai Alpha Iota means the sunrise. Ma En Shai, the place of the sunrise or the east. And there's another word we learned before in previous letters, which mean east. But the common word to be used in our hymns and in our church singing is Ma and Shai, means the east, coming from the east. Other words which start with the letter May. First word here, I just remind you, Rumi. Ro O May Yota means man. Rumi means man. And Rumi means people. It depends on the a definite article before the word or the possessive article. So if I start the word with P or T, it is Rumi, one person, male or female. When I start with Ni, it becomes people, mixed males and females. If it is preceded by possessive articles like pa, ta, na, nin, no, etc., then it becomes either one person, if it is singular, male or female, or plural, both males and females, as we learned before. Next word, we took like a prefix in the previous slide, which says ref. And that ref, as I remind you, let me get that slide again. Ref, change the verb into adverb. Refti oms, make the Baptist from giving swimming or giving diving. Now this other one in the next slide is rem, not ref, rem. Ro e may, and this is it means related to. Related to. If I say rem and kimi, kimi is the Egypt, n with the jenkim of, rem and kimi related to Egypt means Egyptian. Related to America, we say rem America, and so on, or rem in America. Second word, mav, may, alpha, fay, mother, means mother. Third word, mugat, may, o, epsilon, gamma, alpha, taf, and here it is pronounced like gray, since it's followed by alpha. Like Arabi, followed by alpha. So mugat is a hot Egyptian drink, very healthy, which people offer when a lady gives birth to a baby. It gives power and health to the parturient, the lady who delivered, and also it is like a celebration given to the people who come to congratulate her for her new baby. Next word, Molokiya. May, O, Lola, O, Kappa, K, Iota, Alpha. Molokiya. The K can be one of three pronunciation, which will come later. It can be Ka, K, or She, or Che. I know it is difficult for European to pronounce the Che, but it is one of the three ways to pronounce it, so it's called Molokiya. It is called here in America and in other European countries as a green soup. It's very nice soup that accompany eating any kind of meat like chicken or beef, or some people in Egypt and Middle East eat the rabbits also. So molokhia is that drink, famous drink, And in the 11th century, there was a king in Egypt. His name was Al-Hakim Ba'amrillah. He claimed that Mulukhiyya is Mulukiya from the word Muluk in Arabic, which means king. So the king is the only person allowed to eat it. And that's obviously a wrong order or wrong explanation. But he said that he did that in his time. The word ma I gave to you in the second slide today, and I told you it changes the verb into a place. It has also another meaning. Ma can be a verb. May alpha means give, give. Ma, give. And we'll take more details about this verb in future slides. Most probably it will be in the next lecture. Word magos or magus, may alpha, gamma, or sima. When we put o sima on the end, it means certain people. The magos are the magicians in English, but here we mean the magos who came to visit Jesus Christ. As we remember, they inherited the prophecies of Balaam and some other all the prophecies about when is Jesus coming. They knew the time when they saw the star, so they followed the star, walking from the area of Iran and Iraq to the middle, to the Palestine or Israel, where Jesus Christ was born, and they visited him. But that took about almost 2 years. So when they arrived in Jerusalem, Jesus Christ was already born in the manger in Bethlehem, but he left that manger with his mother, Saint Mary, and his adopting father, Saint Joseph, and he went to the house of Saint Joseph. So, according to tradition, the Magos went to visit him in the house of Saint Joseph, not in the manger like some photos show. This is wrong. They didn't get to the manger because it was around 2 years after the birth of Jesus Christ. For that reason, they went to visit him in the house of his adopting father, Saint Joseph, gave him the presents, gold, Lebanon, or which we use in censer, and a mirror. Myrrh. The myrrh is a symbol of suffering. And they were told by the king Herod about going back to Herod and telling him about where they found Jesus. When they didn't go to him by a dream from the Lord, Herod got mad and he killed all the children under 2 years, according to their time, as we know from the Bible. Next word, Mathamio. May alpha theta alpha may iota o, Mathamio. I told you in the letter theta lecture, and that was lecture number 11. Thamio means to create. If I put ma alpha in the beginning, which means give, ma thamio means give creation. And it is in the order form. When I say it to somebody, I'm telling him make or try to make whatever. Next word is mathitis, may alpha theta eta taf eta sima, mathitis. This Greek word, it means the disciples of Jesus Christ, and those were 12 close disciples, and he hired also 70, which he called the apostles. Next word, my no sheri. May alpha iota, nei o epsilon, sheri, shai, eta, rho, iota means son. And it can be sons, it can be plural. It depends again on the definite article before it, the preceding definite article, or the preceding possessive article. My is another word of love. I told you that Agabi in letter Ramma is a love between families, family love. My is love inside the family, between the father and his children, between the mother and the father, between the wife and the husband, etc. So my another word of love. No, his, but for plural. Sheri, son, here will be plural and sons. So my no Sheri is the person who loves his children. And we give this title to two saints in Egypt, Saint Bola. He is the first monk who lived in solitude, and the Saint Anthony or Antonius, who is actually the second monk in history of Egypt and the world, but he is the one who started the monastic life where many monks can sit together and work together in the monastery. So my no Sheri, the person who loves his children. There's the third word I taught you about love in the letter theta, lecture number 11. Theodore, adore means love very much. And this can be the third word, love, between any two persons, or male, female, or a son and father, or vice versa. My Romi, may alpha iota, rho long o may iota. My Romi, my love, Romi person or people. My Romi, loving people. This is the title we like to describe the Lord with when he say he is the lover of mankind. So we say it in the Holy Liturgy many times. The priest say it in his prayers to the Lord, "O you are our my Romi. You are the lover of mankind," which make our relation to the Lord more desirable, more lovely, and more comforting. This is the last slide. I'll finish with this lecture. I have a collection here for you of all the words which start with my. My means love. So my here works as a verb, love, and as a prefix before any of the adjective after to describe loving this adjective. For example, my hat, huri alpha taf, loving money. My naughty, nay o epsilon t, loving God. My son, sima o nay, loving the brothers. My isvo, sima, jenkim, vita o, long o, isvo means wisdom or education, loving education. My po empton, my loving, po his, po epsilon, empton may jenkem taf o n, rest or comfort. Person who loves his own comfort, self comfort. My novi, my love, novi neo o vita iota, loving sin. My O with the genkim O epsilon is glory. Epsilon, A in this word here is for the indirect verb. Fei, him, for masculine singular third person. Shovit or shovit. Shai O epsilon iota taf, shovit. A person who likes his own false glory. F shovit, that's like a past participle, which means vain. Vain means false. O means glory, so loving false glory. My ta eyof, loving taf alpha a iota o fei for the third person singular masculine. My ta eyof, a person who likes to be glorified. My shemmo, shai a may o. Shemmo means strangers. My shemmo, the person who loves or loving strangers. My vote, fei long o taf, means fleeing, loving to escape. My toy en ho o taf o iota. Here means that the word after is feminine with the taf, with the T. N of with the jenkim, ho'u, huri o, epsilon o with the jenkim means share. My toy en ho'u, the person who loves the bigger share. Like what happened between the first monk in history, Sambola, and his brother when they had the inheritance, and his brother wanted to take all the inheritance for himself. That's loving the larger or bigger share. Bola decided to take him to court, but while he was going to meet the judge, he saw a super rich man funeral, and he knew that this life is not forever, it is limited. So he just let his brother take all the money and went to the desert where he became the famous Sambola we talk about. Last word for today, my po hai huri alpha iota. Hai means husbands. Po po epsilon there, because high is masculine, so we use p here, and o epsilon for plural third person. So my po high loving their husbands. We talk about the women or the wives who love their husbands. I'll say it in quick again as a revision before we close today. My heart loving money, my naughty loving God, my son loving brothers, my isvu loving education, my po emton loving self-comfort, my novi loving sin, my o f shovit loving vain glory, my ta eyof loving glorification, my shemmo loving strangers, my vote loving fleeing or escape, my toy NHO loving the larger share, and my po high the women who love their husbands. With this, we'll finish the first part of the letter May today, and I hope you can digest all the new information I taught you in this lecture, and tell others to study the Coptic language, as it's so interesting to be familiar with the language used in our church, which is like the simulation of our inherited language from our old great civilization in Egypt. With this, I finish today, and I hope I see you in the lecture number 15 next time, and where we will start finishing, or we'll start the second part of the letter May. God bless all of you. I hope you be in good health and good and happiness. Lord bless all of you. Thank you very much.